If you're obsessed with modern love stories packed with swoons, twists, and impossible crushes, buckle up. This video is pure perfection. Get ready to binge the 30 most addictive K-dramas that'll make your heart race faster than a kiss scene in the final episode. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a comment. Seriously, it helps a ton and makes me feel like the lead who finally got their happily ever after. Let's hype this video up because it's totally worthy of a dramatic OST and rain pouring during the climax.
30. Newtopia. You know that kind of drama that starts off kinda meh, but then suddenly grabs you and now you're rooting for a couple in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Yep, that's Newtopia. The story follows Lee Jae-yoon, a soldier fresh off a breakup with Kan Young-ju. But before he can drown his sorrows, Seoul turns into a zombie-infested mess, and the two have to literally run for their lives to find each other again. It's romance, it's chaos, it's zombies tripping over themselves while a clumsy soldier tries to play hero. The first episode might make you want to bail, but hang in there. It picks up fast and delivers a fun mix of tension and slapstick comedy. The characters are so lost it's hilarious, and somehow you end up loving them. Don't expect deep philosophical twists. This one's light, perfect for anyone craving a short, modern romance with a splash of zombie madness. And the special effects? Jaw-dropping. 29. My Lovely Boxer. What if the boxing ring was just the backdrop for a story about healing, heartbreak, and a romance that builds between life's punches? My Lovely Boxer introduces Lee Kwon-suk, a former boxing prodigy who quit the sport at 17 after a traumatic experience. Now living quietly as a teacher, she crosses paths with Kim Tae-young, a shady sports agent with a hidden agenda. He wants to use her to fix a dirty deal in the sports world, but what starts as manipulation turns into a journey of connection and emotional growth. This drama is for those who love modern romance with a dramatic edge and characters with real depth. Don't expect epic fight scenes or boxing realism. The focus here is emotional scars and the bond that slowly forms between the leads. The actors' chemistry holds the story together, and the slower pace lets you dive deep into their struggles. If you're into heartfelt stories that break the mold, this one's a must. 28. Forecasting love and weather. Some dramas are like the weather forecast. They start with a gentle breeze and suddenly hit you with a storm of emotions. Forecasting love and weather is exactly that. It follows a meteorologist who can predict rain and wind, but has no clue how to handle the whirlwind of falling in love. Between weather reports and emotional turbulence, she dives into a roller coaster romance with a coworker, while the office becomes a stage for betrayals, fresh starts, and family drama. The writing is a treat, with side stories that shine just as much as the main couple. There's the almost fiancé who marries his mistress. Yes, you'll rage. The bachelor who falls for a divorced sister, and flawless performances from Song Kang and Park Min-young, who bring chemistry and emotion to every scene. The way the drama plays with weather and feelings is poetic and addictive. If you love modern romance with a dramatic twist and characters that feel real, this one's a gem. And trust me, you'll want to rewatch it 100 times. 27. My ID is Gangnam Beauty. Some dramas look cute on the surface, but once you dive in, you realize there's so much more going on. And My ID is Gangnam Beauty is exactly that. Mirae, our lead, faces brutal bullying over her looks and decides to undergo plastic surgery to feel better about herself. But once she starts college, she learns that the challenges don't end with a scalpel. The prejudice just changes shape, and the drama explores how the quest for acceptance can still hurt, even when the mirror seems kinder. What makes this story stand out is the sharp social commentary wrapped in sweetness. It's set in college, it's light, but it's also deep, tackling self-esteem, beauty standards, and how they affect relationships. The couple's development is tender, and even with a few plot hiccups, the empathy you feel for the characters is real. If you're into modern romance with substance, this one definitely earns its spot on the list. 26. Genie of the Wishes. What if a centuries-old genie suddenly popped into your life and turned everything upside down, creating a modern fairy tale with emotional chaos? Genie of the Wishes brings that fantasy to life with flair, blending magic, romance, and existential dilemmas in a visually stunning package. The lead's dull life becomes a whirlwind of feelings and revelations, while the genie, vibrant and layered, shares a backstory full of pain, humor, and humanity. The reunion of Kim Woo-bin and Suzy is electric, and every scene between them crackles with emotional tension. The cinematography is breathtaking, with effects that build a dreamy, immersive vibe. Plus, the drama dives into themes like functional psychopathy, spirituality, and what it really means to want something. It's a perfect pick for anyone craving a mystical twist on modern romance with characters that break the mold. 25. Nevertheless, some dramas kick the door open and say, here's a romance that's raw, real, and totally unfiltered. Nevertheless is exactly that. The lead, skeptical about love, finds herself tangled in a friends with benefits situation with a classmate who's just too charming to resist. Their relationship is intense, full of emotional and physical tension, and the script doesn't shy away from showing the messy parts of modern love, complete with a problematic ex, a crush on the ramen shop owner, and dilemmas that'll have you yelling at the screen. What stands out most is how grounded the drama feels, exploring real emotions and situations that could happen to anyone. Song Kang is on point, delivering a performance that blends vulnerability and desire, and the main couple's chemistry is off the charts. While some side characters are underused and the LGBTQ+ couple deserved more screen time, the growth of the leads and the themes explored make every episode worth it. It's a solid pick for anyone into mature, modern romance with bite. 24. Romance is a bonus book. Some stories have the power to warm your heart and make you wish you could live inside the script. Romance is a bonus book is exactly that. It follows a brilliant young editor-in-chief who, between deadlines and manuscripts, gets involved with a talented writer trying to rebuild her career. The publishing world adds a charming backdrop to the narrative, while their romance unfolds with tenderness, mutual support, and chemistry that's impossible to resist. More than just a modern romance, this drama is a love letter to books and the people who bring them to life. The female lead is portrayed with depth and vulnerability, showing that strength also means knowing when to ask for help. And the male lead? He's the kind of character that makes you swoon and want to wrap him up in a bow. The supporting cast shines too, and each episode delivers subtle lessons about new beginnings, passion, and human connection. If you're looking for a story that inspires, moves, and makes you laugh, this one's a guaranteed hit. 23. Ask the Stars. Some dramas feel like they were written in the stars. Ask the Stars is one of them. Set in the space station, it follows an astronaut and a tourist who meet by chance and slowly build a connection that defies gravity and cliches. Gong Young and Eve Kim start off as total strangers with zero chemistry. But as the episodes unfold, their bond grows so delicately and intensely that you'll find yourself rooting for them, sighing, and believing that love really can bloom anywhere, even in space. Instead of following a formula, this drama delivers a unique narrative with evolving characters and a message that lingers long after the final episode. The visuals are stunning, the pacing is thoughtful, and the ending, well, it's not what you expect, but it's exactly what the story needs. It's an emotional experience that explores life, choices, and the value of every moment. If you're craving a modern romance that breaks the mold and makes you reflect, this one's a must. 22. Her Private Life. Some dramas are pure fun, with a generous dose of romance and kiss scenes that'll take your breath away. Her Private Life delivers all that with flair. The story centers on a dedicated art curator who hides a hilarious secret. She's a hardcore fangirl of a K-pop idol. And when her cold, unromantic boss enters the picture, chaos and passion are guaranteed. Their chemistry is explosive, and the romance unfolds without those overused dramatic fights we've all seen too many times. This drama nails the balance between humor, warmth, and meaningful side characters. Her honorary brother is a total sweetheart, protective, kind, and honestly deserving of his own spin-off. And let's talk about the kisses. There are plenty. They're intense, and they're absolutely perfect. Kim Jae-wook is irresistible, seductive, and gives us everything we want in a swoon-worthy lead. If you're looking for a romance that's light, funny, and full of heart-racing moments, this one's a sure bet. 21. Soundtrack number 1. Sometimes, all a good story needs is honesty. And soundtrack number 1 proves that with just 4 episodes that say more than most full-length dramas. Eun-soo is a lyricist who needs to write about unrequited love, but lacks the experience to pour real emotion into her words. That's where Sun-woo comes in, her longtime best friend who agrees to help, even while hiding a secret that could change everything. Living under the same roof, their quiet moments reveal buried feelings, meaningful silences, and emotional tension that builds with every scene. Don't be fooled by the short format. This story is a gut punch wrapped in a soft soundtrack. The beauty lies in the details, the glances, the pauses, the things left unsaid. It's a modern romance about courage, the fear of losing someone by staying silent, and how time can be both a gift and a curse. If you're looking for something delicate, deep, and heartwarming with a touch of ache, this is the perfect pick. 20. Love in Contract. Some stories sneak up on you and become instant favorites. Love in Contract is one of those gems. It follows Cho Sang-un, a woman who turns marriage into a profession. She becomes the perfect partner for clients who need to keep up appearances without emotional entanglements. But when 2 very different men start filling alternating days on her calendar and in her heart, things get complicated. The tug-of-war between professionalism and real feelings sets the tone for this charming romantic comedy. What really wins you over is the balance between lightheartedness and emotional depth. The story is fun, with laugh-out-loud moments and scenes that tug at your heartstrings, all backed by stellar performances, especially from Park Min-young, who once again proves why she's a K-drama queen. The modern romance is carefully crafted, and the happy ending is the kind of gift that leaves you smiling. If you want a story that's engaging, full of lovable characters, and packed with heartwarming moments, this one's a guaranteed win. 19. Extraordinary You. Imagine finding out your life is just a script written by someone else. Extraordinary You starts with that bold premise and delivers a story full of emotion, mystery, and romance. Eun Dan-oh, a high school student, begins experiencing memory blackouts and realizes she's trapped inside a webtoon, destined for heartbreak, a fiancé who despises her, and a fatal heart condition. But she refuses to be a background character and decides to rewrite her fate, especially after meeting the mysterious student number 13, who awakens feelings even the script couldn't predict. It might seem confusing at first, but stick with it. This drama is a hidden gem. As the episodes progress, it reveals a world that's creative, moving, and unlike anything else. It's a modern romance with a philosophical twist, exploring free will, destiny, and the power to take control of your own story. If you're looking for something different that challenges your mind and touches your heart, this one's a must-watch. 18. Strong Woman to Bong-Soon. Some dramas start off light and end up surprising you in every way. Strong Woman to Bong-Soon is exactly that kind of story. The lead character inherits supernatural strength that can only be used for good. She dreams of creating her own video game, but ends up working as a bodyguard for a quirky, charming CEO. Between criminal investigations, unexpected encounters, and plenty of chaos, she learns that her powers are more than a burden. They're part of who she is. What makes this drama shine is its perfect genre blend. There's explosive romantic chemistry, slapstick comedy that'll make you laugh out loud, and even a crime plot that adds suspense and intrigue. Bong-Soon breaks the mold of the helpless heroine, She's strong, hilarious, vulnerable, and totally lovable. And the CEO? Far from the cold boss stereotype, he's playful, teasing, and head over heels in love. Together, they're a couple you'll root for from episode 1. If you want a series that defies expectations while keeping the romance alive, this one's a sure thing. 17. Because this is my first life. Some dramas take an everyday situation and turn it into an emotional journey. Because This Is My First Life does that beautifully. It begins with a practical arrangement between two housemates who decide to marry for convenience. But what starts as a financial solution becomes a deep dive into unexpected feelings, family pressure, and personal growth. The writing is smart, gentle, and full of moments that make you laugh, think, and feel. As the story unfolds, it becomes a heartfelt reflection on living authentically. The literary references add charm, and the dialogue offers insights on love, pain, and empathy that linger long after the credits roll. The characters are flawed, real, and incredibly endearing, and the chemistry between the leads grows naturally and tenderly. If you're looking for a modern romance with depth, visual beauty, and a message that speaks straight to the soul, this one's a perfect choice. 16. Daily Dose of Sunshine. Some dramas don't just move you, they embrace you. Daily Dose of Sunshine is exactly that, a story that wraps around the viewer with sensitivity and purpose. We follow Jung Da-eun, a psychiatric nurse who tries to be a ray of light in her patients' lives, even when the world around her feels dark. Through emotional crises, silent traumas, and abusive relationships, she becomes a steady anchor, showing that caring for others can also be a path to healing. Park Bo-young delivers a flawless performance, portraying a character who's strong, vulnerable, and deeply human. But it doesn't stop there. The drama also offers a gentle, beautiful romance born from shared care and quiet companionship. No dramatic declarations or over-the-top gestures here. Love is built through empathy, patience, and small moments that speak volumes. It's a story about mental health, the weight of words, and how affection can be a powerful remedy. If you're looking for something that truly touches your heart and leaves you feeling warm inside, this one's a perfect pick. 15. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Ever watched a drama that made you want to drop everything and move to a seaside village just to live a peaceful love story? Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha is that kind of magic. It begins with a city dentist who opens a clinic in a coastal town and meets Dusik, a jack-of-all-trades who's her complete opposite. She's direct and practical, he's simple, methodical, and full of surprises. And it's in that contrast that a beautiful connection blooms, one built on trust, transformation, and genuine affection. The romance between Haejin and Dusik is the kind that makes your heart flutter and your soul sigh. Watching them fall in love, support each other, and become each other's safe haven is pure joy. And the villagers? Each one has a story that'll make you laugh, cry, and feel like part of the community. This drama is a masterclass in appreciating life's small moments and showing how love can be both simple and profound. If you want to laugh, cry, and end with a full heart, this one's a must. 14. King the Land. If you're craving a drama that blends romance, luxury, and irresistible comedy, King the Land is the perfect pick. The story follows a charming, meticulous hotel heir caught in a messy inheritance battle who falls for a charismatic employee with a smile that could light up the world. Their contrast? Him all buttoned up and serious, her spontaneous and radiant, creates a dynamic that's pure entertainment, swinging from chaos to tenderness in the blink of an eye. What really makes this drama shine is the explosive chemistry between Lee Jun-ho and Lim Yoona. Every glance, every witty exchange, every shared moment is packed with emotion and authenticity. The direction nails it with stunning visuals and a magazine-worthy aesthetic. And the soundtrack? A masterpiece that elevates every scene. If you want to laugh, swoon, and get swept away in a modern fairy tale, this one absolutely lives up to the hype. 13. When the Camellia Blooms. Some dramas don't just entertain, they comfort. When the Camellia blooms is one of those rare gems. It follows Dongbek, a single mom trying to navigate life in a traditional village while facing societal prejudice. When she meets Yong Shik, a determined and tender-hearted cop, a romance begins, not with grand gestures, but with quiet acts of trust, care, and respect. And yes, there's a criminal investigation woven in, but it adds depth rather than distraction, showing that love can also mean protection. This drama is a love letter to community, everyday people, and relationships built slowly and meaningfully. The character development is gradual but rewarding. You'll grow attached to each one like they're your own neighbors. Dongbek breaks the mold. She's emotional, vulnerable, and incredibly strong in her own way. If you're looking for a story that warms your heart, speaks honestly, and delivers powerful social commentary, this one's a treasure. 12. Dr. Slump. Some dramas don't just tell a story. They take you on an emotional roller coaster. Dr. Slump does exactly that. It begins with two doctors who were rivals in high school and reconnect years later during the lowest points in their lives. What starts as a quirky reunion turns into a deep journey of healing, empathy, and rediscovery. Through night shifts, quiet conversations, and shared pain, they learn that sometimes the best medicine is simply having someone who understands. What makes this drama stand out is its balance of emotional depth and sensitivity. The portrayal of depression is respectful and realistic, never glamorized, but always hopeful. The leads have intense chemistry and deliver emotionally rich performances. And the supporting cast? They shine with humor, warmth, and humanity. The soundtrack ties it all together beautifully, and each episode feels like you've lived something meaningful. If you want a modern romance with soul, depth, and truth, Dr. Slump is a must-watch. 11. See You in My 19th Life. What if you could remember all your past lives? See You in My 19th Life takes that intriguing idea and turns it into a story full of romance, fantasy, and emotion. Ban-jeum has lived 18 lives and remembers every one. But when her last life ends too soon, she vows to find her childhood love in the next. Their reunion is tender, layered, and filled with feelings that transcend time. And that's when the story truly pulls you in. This drama is a masterclass in exploring connection, destiny, and the beauty of human relationships. Jeum is a bold, hopeful lead with a magnetic presence, and her chemistry with Soha is electric. The soundtrack, especially Secret and Juicy Juicy, adds emotional depth to every scene. And the ending? A bittersweet blend of closure and warmth. If you love romance with a mystical twist and characters that linger in your heart, this one's a winner. 10. Startup. If you love stories that mix innovation, ambition, and emotional drama, Startup is the drama that'll hook you from episode 1. It follows young entrepreneurs diving headfirst into Korea's tech scene, facing the highs and lows of building a startup. Between brilliant ideas, painful sacrifices, and life-changing decisions, they learn that success isn't just about code. It's about courage, persistence, and the human connections that defy logic. If you're expecting a sweeping romance, you might be surprised. The focus leans more toward personal and professional growth, but the emotions are there, subtly woven into the relationships. Ji-pyong, for instance, is a fan favorite, charming, complex, and deserving of his own happy ending. The soundtrack is flawless, and the series offers powerful reflections on inclusion, purpose, and the real-world impact of technology. If you're looking to be inspired and moved, Startup is a solid bet. 9. True Beauty. What if makeup wasn't just about looks, but a shield? True Beauty dives deep into that concept, telling the story of Ju-kyung, a girl who hides her insecurities behind a flawless appearance. When she meets Suho, a boy with his own emotional scars, they become each other's safe space, sharing secrets and healing together. This drama isn't just about romance. It boldly tackles beauty standards, bullying, and the quiet fight for self-acceptance. What makes the series so powerful is its willingness to explore real pain with grace and humor. The romance between Ju-kyung and Suho is tender and authentic, and Han So-jun, the rebellious sweetheart, steals hearts too. The narrative blends drama, comedy, and healing in a way that's impossible to ignore. If you want a drama that makes you laugh, cry, and reflect on what truly matters, True Beauty is the one. 8. Queen of Tears. Get ready. Queen of Tears isn't just a drama. It's an emotional avalanche that sweeps you off your feet and never lets go. The story follows Haein and Hyunwoo, a power couple facing a marital crisis in the middle of department store and supermarket empires. What seems like the end becomes a miraculous emotional rebirth. Love blooms again, leading to a journey of reconnection, pain, healing, and deep affection. Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won deliver breathtaking performances, with chemistry so intense it turns even silence into poetry. This drama is a love letter to vulnerability. It shows that love isn't just about smiling together. It's about crying side by side, weathering storms, and choosing to stay even when everything falls apart. The soundtrack is heartbreakingly beautiful, especially the song sung by Kim Soo-hyun, which feels like it was made to shatter your soul. And the iconic lines? They'll echo in your mind for days. If you want to laugh, cry, suffer, and fall in love with a couple that truly loves each other, Queen of Tears is the perfect choice. 7. 2521. Some stories don't just move you, they inspire. 2521 takes you straight to the early 2000s during a financial crisis where dreams feel distant but not impossible. Na Hee-do is a young fencer fighting tooth and nail to reach her goals, even when the odds are stacked against her. Along the way, she meets Bak Lee-jin, a young man with his own burdens. Together, they experience a sweet, realistic love that grows and matures over time. What makes this drama so unforgettable is how deeply it connects with viewers. Each episode feels like you're growing alongside the characters, facing setbacks, celebrating victories, and learning that not every happy ending has to be perfect to be meaningful. The friendship between Hee-do and Yoo-dim is another highlight. From rivals to inseparable allies, they show how respect and care can bloom in unexpected places. Grab your tissues because this story will move you, motivate you, and leave you wanting to chase your own dreams. 6. Our Beloved Summer. Some dramas sneak into your heart quietly. Our Beloved Summer is one of them. It begins with two exes who starred in a viral school documentary and are forced to reunite on camera and face the unresolved feelings between them. What could have been a simple rom-com turns into a deeply emotional journey of growth, rediscovery, and quiet revelations that make each episode feel like a personal conversation. This romance isn't built on grand gestures. It's in the glances, silences, and everyday moments that carry immense emotional weight. The characters are flawed, real, and genuinely trying to become better versions of themselves. That's what makes it so beautiful. The pacing is slow but immersive, allowing you to dive deep into their emotions and connect with every phase of their journey. If you love stories about love, growth, and the magic of second chances, this drama will leave you breathless long after the credits roll. 5. Business Proposal. If you're a sucker for romantic cliches, the kind that make your heart race even when you know exactly how it ends, Business Proposal is your next obsession. It kicks off with Hattie going on a blind date, pretending to be her friend, just to scare off the suitor. But plot twist, the suitor is none other than CEO Tae-moo, and he makes a proposal that flips everything upside down. From there, it's a wild ride of misunderstandings, sizzling chemistry, and laugh-out-loud moments. This drama is light, fun, and packed with lovable characters. From the main couple to the adorable grandpa, quirky coworkers, and a secondary couple that totally steals the show. Even though it's predictable, the script adds clever twists and sharp dialogue that keep things fresh and entertaining. Watching Tae-moo fall in love and slowly open up is pure joy. And Hattie's clumsy charm is impossible to resist. If you want to laugh, swoon, and end with a big smile, Business Proposal is the perfect pick. 4. My Demon. What if the demon in the story wasn't the villain, but someone seeking redemption? My Demon dives into that idea with flair, blending fantasy, romance, and a touch of existential reflection. It begins when a ruthless demon loses his powers after getting involved with a powerful heiress, And what seems like a supernatural mishap becomes the start of a profound transformation. With mystery, twists, and sizzling chemistry, this drama shows that sometimes the real hell isn't in monsters, it's in human choices. Song Kang delivers a magnetic performance, and his romance with the heiress is one you'll root for, cry over, and fall in love with. The series nails its themes of fate, guilt, and redemption, all wrapped in stunning visuals and a killer soundtrack. By episode 10, the story hits full stride, and you won't be able to look away. If you're craving a drama that mixes the mystical with raw emotion and a couple that truly shines, My Demon is a must-watch. 3. It's okay to not be okay. Some stories don't just entertain, they heal. It's Okay to Not Be Okay dives deep into emotional wounds and invites us to do the same. It begins with an unlikely meeting between Ko Moon-young, a children's book author with antisocial traits, and Moon Gang-tae, a caregiver devoted to his autistic brother. Together, they embark on a journey of healing, facing trauma, fear, and learning that love can stitch even the oldest scars. What makes this series so powerful is its sensitive, layered approach to difficult topics. The cast is phenomenal, especially Oh Jung-se, whose portrayal of Moon Sang-tae is both authentic and deeply moving. Each episode is a blend of visual poetry, intense dialogue, and scenes that spark reflection. If you're looking for a drama that goes beyond romance and offers a transformative experience, It's Okay to Not Be Okay is a gift worth watching with your heart wide open. 2. Weightlifting Fairy, Kim Bok-joo. Some dramas arrive with a gentle touch, but leave a lasting impact. Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok-joo is one of those. It follows Bok-joo, a determined young athlete chasing her dream of becoming a top weightlifter while navigating the intense pressures of the sports world. Amid grueling training and personal discovery, she finds love. And what a love! Sweet, sincere, and full of mutual support, where even insecurities become something to cherish. Beyond the romance, the drama shines in its portrayal of athletes' realities. Each character carries their own baggage, challenges, and dreams. And the supporting cast? They light up the screen with humor, emotion, and personality. It's a story that makes you laugh, swoon, and maybe even want to lift a few weights just to feel the vibe. If you're looking for a heartfelt, fun, and emotionally rich drama, Kim Bok-joo is the perfect choice. 1. When Life Gives You Tangerines. What if love wasn't just about flowers and sweet words, but about weathering life's storms together? When Life Gives You Tangerines delivers exactly that. A deep, emotional story that breaks away from typical drama tropes. Set in stunning Jeju, it follows Oh Ae-sun, a bold young woman who's faced social inequality since childhood, and Yang Kwan-sik, a hardworking, honest man carrying the weight of a tough life. Their relationship is intense from the start, and the real challenge comes after, keeping love alive through pain, sacrifice, and silence. What makes this drama so special is the embedded social critique. From structural sexism to the burden of shame in traditional families and the unequal treatment of sons and daughters. But there's beauty too, in the humor, the tenderness, and the strength of a couple that fights side by side even when everything falls apart. Kwan-sik is the kind of man who loves through actions, and Lee-soon is a woman who endures with dignity. If you want a modern romance that moves, challenges, and inspires, this drama deserves the top spot on your list. So, which of these dramas stole your heart? Or had you crying buckets on the couch? Drop your favorite in the comments. Or tell us which one you think should have made the top 30. If this video made you swoon, laugh, or rush to start a new binge, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with that one friend who's always asking, "Got any good drama recs?" Let's spread the love for modern romance across every corner of the internet.